Hello, guys, and welcome back to Life with Polly. Today it is Tuesday, July 18th, and it is a little bit after 12 p.m. My daughter just left for work. She has to be there at 12. She works for a warehouse where she has to pick different orders. I am sitting outside right now with my puppy Annabelle. She's relaxing, as you can see here. It's pretty warm out, but I'm sitting underneath the shade, so it's a little bit cooler here. And there is a little bit of a breeze today. I'm glad of that. It was darker out earlier. I thought it was going to rain. I don't think it's going to rain today. I hope not, because we've gotten a lot of rain in New York. Pennsylvania got a lot of rain and flooded out. South Carolina got a lot of rain and flooded out. And it's just been really crazy here in New York. A lot of people got flooded out. Where my daughter lives, she don't get floods. There is floods in the town that she lives in, which is Coxsackie, New York. If you don't know where that is, it's in the Catskill Mountains. There has been some flooding in Coxsackie, but where my daughter lives, she lives on a giant hill up above everybody else. So it's really impossible for her to get any flooding by her house, which is great, but it's not great for other people because a lot of people are getting flooded out here in New York because that's all it's been doing is raining. I hate when it's raining. Sometimes I could still sit on the patio when it's raining. Sometimes I cannot. It depends on if the wind is blowing. I did buy a tarp for the top of her patio that collects the water. So sometimes I could sit out here even when it's raining. I wanted to let everybody know out there that if you are here for reselling videos, I used to be an online reseller. I was a top-rated power seller on eBay for many years. I tried different businesses, and some of them failed. Some of them I succeeded with. I started reselling on eBay, and I started off with $100, and I amassed about $25,000 worth of inventory that I did have on eBay. But before I decided to become a nomad, move out of my apartment into my 2007 Saturn Ion, I had to quit eBay and just close my store. I was making okay money, but not a lot of money. So I ended up closing my eBay store, but I still had a lot of product left over. I made clocks, wall clocks, different wall clocks. Like I would make clocks with Spider-Man on it, or whales, or tigers, or wolves, and I would sell those on eBay, and I would also sell them on Facebook Marketplace. I also sold a lot of jewelry, and I made a lot of jewelry, like necklaces and bracelets and things like that, and I would sell them on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. But since I quit reselling, I was left with all that inventory to hold on to. And I'm actually going to be going to my one daughter's house. I have three daughters. One daughter lives in Kansas, and two live here in Coxsackie. Well, one lives in Coxsackie, one lives in Ravenna. I live in Coxsackie in my 2007 Saturn Ion till I save enough money to buy a car or a van to turn into my tiny home, and that's going to be my home on wheels. But I'm currently parked at my daughter's house, and I camp out there at night, of course, in my car. And she lives about 20 minutes from my middle daughter. Her name is Madison, and I will actually be giving her all my inventory that I had for eBay and Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to get her started in the reselling business. Where she lives in a small town called Ravenna. It's right by Coxsackie. Coxsackie is in the Catskill Mountains. And the town that she lives in, there's very limited spots where she can work, so she's having a hard time finding a job, and she really needs money and to make money. So I'm going to set her up for success. She's going to be getting all my inventory. She loves to make things, so I'm going to be giving her all the jewelry components that I have. I have stuff to make bracelets. I have stuff to make necklaces. I have some bracelets and necklaces that are already made that she will also get. I'm going to teach her how to make the clocks and resell them online. Now, She might not make a lot to start off with, but at least she'll make some kind of money to have to herself. It's very hard for her to find a job. Like I said, there's not many jobs in the town that she lives in, and she really wants to do this. So I'm going to be going down soon, and I'm going to be setting her up with all the stuff that I have brought from my house, including my printer. I have a printer that I'm going to give her, and the printer is actually a refillable printer. If you don't know, they got refillable printers where you could fill up the ink and it lasts a long time. I'm going to be giving her that printer. The printer costed me almost $300 when I bought it, because I bought it when it first came out. But it does save a lot in ink. If you are looking for a great printer, I would look for the Epson Eco Tank. Again, that's Epson Eco Tank refillable printer. Okay, because especially if you're going to use it for business, like I'm going to teach her how to make clocks, and she's going to be printing stuff to put in the bracelets and things like that. If you're doing a business like that, I would suggest to get that printer because it lasts a long time. I think in a matter of 2 years, I bought ink twice to refill it in 2 years. So the ink lasts a long, long time. It doesn't matter if you're printing a lot or not, it still lasts a long time. And the ink, when you buy it, I think is maybe $40, $50, but you're only buying it twice, maybe in 2 years, okay? If you have a printer that takes cartridges, you know that the cartridges are very expensive and they do not last long at all. You're constantly buying ink. So I would suggest to people out there that if you are doing homeschooling and you need a printer, if you're doing online business and you're printing out pictures and things like that, I would suggest to look for the Epson Eco Tank. They also have other brands of printers where you could fill them up and they will last a long time. I don't even really know why they sell printers anymore that have cartridges in them, because as far as I'm concerned, they're a waste of money. I mean, you can get a printer that takes cartridges for about $40, okay? But when you get that printer, even if they give you free ink, that ink doesn't last very long, and you're constantly buying the ink cartridges for it, and I think it's just a big waste of money. Now, those printers you can refill. They do sell kits where you could just refill the cartridges, but there again, you're going through the hassle of having to refill them all the time, when you could just spend the $200 and something and get an Eco Tank printer. You might be able to get it on sale on eBay or Amazon or someplace like that. You can also look on there. You might be able to get it cheaper. It might be cheaper now. When I bought mine, it was a few years ago, and then it was about almost $300, but it was well worth the money. So like I said, if you're homeschooling, you're in the printing business or printing pictures, whatever the case may be, I would go with that printer. Another thing with the Eco Tank printer, Epson printer, you can change it to sublimation ink. So keep that in mind. If you're going to want to do t-shirts or hats or anything like that, you can change the Eco Tank printer to a sublime printer, which means you use the sublimation ink to print your t-shirts and things like that. Now, if you're going to do that and you're just starting out, I would suggest going to get the printer and automatically filling it up with that kind of ink. Don't fill it with the regular ink. If you do fill it with the regular ink, or you've already had this printer and you've had it filled with the regular ink, then you have to run that ink out, and then you have to switch it over to sublimation ink in order to make your t-shirts and things like that. But that's what I would suggest for everybody out there. And, I know that there's a lot of people out there that do want to start a reselling business, but they just don't know how. If you do not know how, you can go to my homepage, click on playlist, And I have playlists for eBay. I have playlists for Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. There's a lot of questions that I answer in those videos. And if you're looking for a question to be answered and you can't find it in those videos, you can always leave a comment on any one of my reselling videos, and I will get back to you and help you in the best way possible that I can. I know a lot about eBay. I know a lot about Facebook Marketplace. I know a lot about Craigslist. I know a lot about USPS. I know a lot about shipping and things like that. So if you're looking to have questions answered, just comment on one of those videos and I will get right back to you. But that's what I wanted to tell everybody, that I'm going to be giving my stuff away to my daughter to help her start her little online business so she could work for herself, since she's having a hard time finding a job. So that'll make me feel really good to be able to do that. I'm probably also going to give her my laptop because I haven't been using that. I've been using mainly my phone. I film videos with my phone. And I really don't use a laptop, so I think I'm going to give that to her so she has a little bit of an easier time to run her business. Well, something easier to run her business. I don't think she's got a laptop. I think she's got a Fire TV tablet or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to probably give her my laptop, and I'm going to give her all the supplies and set her up with that. I'm going to be ordering her shipping supplies and things like that. And I'm also going to be ordering her from some photo paper and things like that so she could get started printing out stuff, making stuff. And once she gets started and stuff, I will share with you where she is selling the stuff and things like that, in case you're interested in buying jewelry or clocks, wall clocks, whatever the case may be. I will share that with you so you could purchase those products and support her if you would like to. Now, you don't have to, but you can. So that's a video today. I know it's a little bit different. I just wanted to explain to everybody, why I got out of reselling and stuff. If you want to know that, you can go back and watch my other videos. If you want to know why I moved out of my apartment into my 2007 Saturn Ion, you can go watch those videos too. And I hope you all have a nice day and a nice week, and I will see you in my next video.